lineup for Ballard. Leading off is Emery Donaldson. She'll be followed by Michaela Milby. Macy McCoy hits third. Alyssa Simmons will hit cleanup. Amari Golden will hit fifth. Hitting sixth is Sydney Blair. Lillian Cook will be the seventh hitter. Eden Jesse hits eighth, and Maya Nelson will hit ninth. Defensively for the Bruins, starting in the outfield, Lindley Britton will be in left field, Madison Jones in center field, and Peyton Campbell in right field. Around the infield, Reese Nickel will be at the hot corner. Allie Link will play short. Alyssa Gent is at second, and Lily Pageant will hold down first base. The battery today for the Bruins, Avery Strader will be behind the dish, and in the circle will be Jenna Smith. Smith comes in with a 12-3 record, 1.34 ERA. She's pitched 99 innings, 93 strikeouts to just 22 walks on the year. A beautiful day here in Cecilia, 82 degrees, few clouds in the sky. Wind has been blowing consistently out to right center today at 5 to 10 miles an hour. Central Hardin ranked number 10 in the state. Ballard is ranked number 1. Emery Donaldson will lead off the center fielder for Ballard. She comes in with a .538 average, having hit 12 home runs on the year. She has 42 total hits. 24 of those have been for extra bases. First pitch. Inside, 1-0 the count. This will be ripped down the line, hooking, just foul. That's about as far a strike as you can hit. 1-1 the count. That one will go high, 2-1 now the count. We do want to thank Brother Mike Bell. He got the air conditioner turned on in the press box today. 2-1. Change up. That one's low, 3-1 now the count to Donaldson. That one's ripped foul. That'll run the count full, 3 balls and 2 strikes. That one will run high, and it's going to be a walk issued to Donaldson. It's going to bring up the shortstop, Michaela Milby. Milby coming into today's ball game, hitting .426 on the season. Donaldson doesn't run a lot. She's 10 stolen bases on 11 attempts this season. Fouls that one straight back. 0-1 the count. Ballard coached by Alan Jones. They come out of the 7th region, 28th district. Going on the pitch is Donaldson. Throw down, not in time. Stolen base for Donaldson. Good turn scoring position. Pitch was a ball, 1-1 now the count to Milby. The bunt attempt of that will be a strike. 1-2 the count. We saw there Allie Link immediately sprinting to third as Reese Nickel was crashing from third base. Paget just in front of the first base bag. That one goes high and away. 2-2 now the count. It's going to be hit in the air down the left field line. Ranging over, making the catch is Britton. Immediately throws it back in. That one gets a little wide, and Donaldson going to move up on the error. So one out. So we get to the first baseman, Macy McCoy. McCoy comes in hitting .429 on the year. That one outside, 1-0 the count. Millie has 24 RBIs on there. Sorry, McCoy has 23 RBIs on the season. This is going to be hit towards center field. Donaldson looks to tag up. Jones with the catch. Throw home, not going to be in time. And the first run of the day scored by Ballard. So 2 outs.
The catcher.
And that's going to bring up number 42, Alyssa Simmons. Simmons hitting .371 on the season. So a walk, stolen base, advanced on an error, and then a sacrifice fly. Donaldson scores for Ballard. Change up by Smith, that one low. 1-0 the count. Change up will go high. 2-0 now the count. That one in the dirt. 3-0 now the count. For Central Hardin, they're back in action on Thursday night as they will host Boyle County. A game scheduled for 6:30 start. That's in there for a strike now, 3-1. For Ballard, they're back in action tomorrow night. They will stay at home. They will host North Bullitt. For us, this is our final regular season game of the year. Yes, our local baseball and softball teams will be playing next week. That one fouled out of play. 3-2 now the count. But we have a lot of field days. We have a lot of career days to cover. We have a graduation ceremony last night for those earning their associate's degrees from ECTC. And we have multiple graduations coming up as well. This one's going to hit out to center field. Jones out there, camps under it. And that will be the third out. But for the Ballard Bruins, there was one run on no hits. No runners left on base, and one Central Hardin error. As we head to the bottom of the first inning, Ballard on top, 1-0 over Central Hardin. This is a Hardin County Educational and Community Television student production. HCEC-TV is a division of Hardin County School. Live Channel 1 programming sponsored in part by Brandenburg Telecom, providing service for all your telecommunication needs. Physical Therapy Associates, more personal attention for more effective results. Blue Ribbon Renovations, offering 0% interest and no payments for 12 months on most home improvement projects. Waddell's Auto and Scrap Metal Recycling, a family-owned business with competitive prices, pickup service, and a friendly staff. E-Town Exterminating is a locally owned family-run pest control company that's been serving the surrounding area since 1976. And West Point Bank, let us help make life simpler. Hometown banking made simple. Lineup today for the Central Hardin Bruins. Lindley Britton will lead off. She'll be followed by Alyssa Jen. Madison Jones will hit third. Hitting cleanup is Carly Perry for Central. Hitting fifth will be Lily Paget. She'll be followed by Jenna Smith. Hitting seventh is the catcher Avery Strader. Reese Nickel will hit eighth, and hitting ninth will be Allie Link. Defensively for Ballard in the outfield, Sydney Blair plays left. Emery Donaldson will be in center field. Eden Jesse will be in right. Around the infield, Lillian Cook will be at third, Michaela Milby at shortstop, Amari Golden plays second, and Macy McCoy will be at first. In the battery today for Ballard, behind the dish will be Alyssa Simmons, and in the circle, Brooke Gray. She is 17-0 on the season, has a 0.86 ERA, 105 innings pitched. She has 240 strikeouts on the season to just 24 walks issued. For Central Hardin, it will be Lindley Britton, Alyssa Gent, and Madison Jones here in the first inning. Gray is a lefty. As Britton makes her way to home plate, she's hitting .489 on the season for Central Hardin, and she'll swing it from the left side.
Jen on deck.
Bunt there. Getting it is Gray. Spins, whirls, not in time, and it's an infield hit for Britton.
The second baseman.
Ball just came off her bat dead. Gray had to get it. Golden not quite there in time. So that's going to bring up the second baseman, Alyssa Gent. Gent hitting .477 on the year. That's in there for a strike. 0-1 the count. That will be fouled out of play. 0-2 the count. That's going to be hit out towards center field. Donaldson there. Make the catch as Britton jogs back to first base. Madison Jones now comes to the plate for the Lady Bruins. Hitting .425 on the year. Jones has 36 RBIs on the year, 4 home runs. Changeup catches the outside corner. As we get the softballs back in. That one goes high, evens it up at 1-1. And we're in the bottom of the first inning. Ballard scored 1 run in the top of the inning. Lindley Britton at first base for Central Hardin as Madison Jones digs back in. That one high as well. That one goes high. 3-1 now, the count to Jones. That one fouled straight back. Count goes full. 3 balls and 2 strikes. And there's strike 3. High fastball that time. That's going to bring us to the designated player. Carly Perry now comes to the plate. Here he comes in hitting .358 on the year. Swing and a miss. 0-1. Runner going on that one, fouled back by Perry. Britton will trot back down to first base. 0-2 the count. Here early on, it seems like Gray likes to throw the high fastball. One and two now the count. Britton goes back and there's strikeout number 2. So there were no runs on one hit, 1 runner left on base, and no errors as we head to the top of the second inning. Our score, Ballard 1, Central Hardin 0. This is a Hardin County Educational and Community Television student production. HCEC-TV is a division of Hardin County Schools. Live Channel 1 programming sponsored in part by Brandenburg Telecom, Physical Therapy Associates, Blue Ribbon Renovations, Waddell's Auto and Scrap Metal Recycling, E-Town Exterminating, and West Point Bank. We'd also like to thank NFHS, the National Federation of High School Sports, and its support in providing live streaming service. Contact nfhs.com to subscribe today.
Off top of the second, the catcher, Alyssa Simmons, Golden on deck.
So we come back for the top of the second inning. It'll be 5, 6, 7 in the Ballard lineup. Amari Golden, Sydney Blair, and Lillian Cook. Jenna Smith still in the circle for Central Hardin. Golden comes in hitting .342 on the year. That one inside. Golden able to hold up on it. That one comes right back at us. Brother Mike Bell started to dive in front of me here as that ball was coming close. That was to be ripped out to center field. Jones there. Shuffles her way back. Makes the catch for the first out of the second inning. It's the third out today. It's been hit to center field. That's going to bring up the left fielder, Sydney Blair. Blair coming in, hitting .431 on the year.
Sydney Blair at the plate.
Swing and a miss. 0-1 the count. That one goes high, 1-1 now. Swing and a miss. 2-2 now the count. I believe we missed that first pitch. Smith gets her first strikeout of the day. 2 outs here in the top of the second. That's going to bring us to Lillian Cook, third baseman for Ballard. She comes in with a .262 average. So we hit foul over the third base dugout, over the softball building, out onto the track. That one's going to be fouled. That'll stay in the ballpark. Oh, and 2 now the count. That one stays outside, 1-2. Smith done a good job today working inside and outside. That'll be fouled off. Over into the bleachers. That one fouled off as well. Count remains 1 ball, 2 strikes. Fouls that one straight back. Good job by Cook, just hanging in there. This may hit out towards right field, coming in quickly. Diving with the catch is Peyton Campbell for out number 3. And it's a 1-2-3 inning. No runs, no hits, no errors, no runners left on base. As we head to the bottom of the second inning, Central Hardin is behind 1-0 to Ballard. This is a Hardin County Educational and Community Television student production. HCEC-TV is a division of Hardin County Schools. Live Channel 1 programming sponsored in part by Brandenburg Telecom, providing service for all your telecommunication needs. Physical Therapy Associates. More personal attention for more effective results. Online at physicaltherapyky.com. Blue Ribbon Renovations, offering 0% interest and no payments for 12 months on most home improvement projects. To explore your options, call 270-763-3186. Waddell's Auto and Scrap Metal Recycling, a family-owned business with competitive prices, pickup service, and a friendly staff. Call 270-982-7206 to talk to someone about scrapping metal and recycling. E-Town Exterminating is a locally owned family-run pest control company that's been serving the surrounding areas of Kentucky since 1976. Call 270-737-6900 or go online at mugabug.com. And West Point Bank. Let us help make life simpler. Hometown banking made simple. Online at westpointbank.com. Due up in the bottom of the second inning for Central Hardin, it'll be Lily Paget, Jenna Smith, and Avery Strader. Brooke Gray will remain in the circle for Ballard.
Lily Paget, the first baseman. Smith on deck.
Paget makes her way to home plate. She's hitting .397 on the year. Again, our next ball game will be a couple of weeks from now, as we'll have cameras and announcers at every 17th District baseball and softball game. We are not sure exactly which games we will cover live, but we will have all of them covered. We'll have them on our YouTube channel as quickly as we can. I went in there for a strike. 0-1 the count. That one goes high, evens it up at 1-1. And for Central Hardin, they're back in action on Thursday, right back here at home. They will host Boyle County at 6:30. This will be fouled straight back. Chris Bell caught that one as it was getting ready to come into the press box. One and two the count as Paget steps back in. That one goes high and away. 2-2 now the count. For Ballard, they're back in action tomorrow night as they will host North Bullitt. That'll go outside. Runs it full, 3 balls and 2 strikes. And strike 3. Third strikeout of the day for Brooke Gray. That's going to bring up the pitcher, Jenna Smith. Smith hitting .356 on the year. Swing and miss. 0-1. That one on the outside part of the plate, chased after 0-2. That one stays outside, 1-2. Strike 3. 2 outs here in the bottom of the second inning. The catcher, Avery Strader, now comes to the plate. Strader comes into today's ball game hitting .317 on the year. Swing and miss on that one. 0-1. That one's in there for a strike. 0-2 now the count. That one stays outside. 1-2 now the count. That one high, and that'll even it up at 2-2. Popped up in foul territory, drifting over near the third base dugout, lands on top of the dugout. The count will remain 2 balls and 2 strikes. Thank you. That one stays high, and Strader works it full from 0-2 to 3-2. That's going to be fouled out of play. And we are in the bottom of the second inning. 3-2 count. Avery Strader at the plate. Brooke Gray in the circle. That's going to be hit out to left field. Back there is Blair over her head. Short hops the fence. Strader rounds first and heading to second. And it's a stand-up double for Avery Strader. Breaks a streak of 4 consecutive strikeouts by Gray. That's going to bring us to the third baseman, Reese Nickel. Nickel coming in hitting .158 on the year. Strader fouled a few of those off. She got the pitch she wanted. Blair looked like she got caught a little surprised. It was hit right at her, harder to judge. Started one direction and then tried to switch her feet up, not able to get to it. So with 2 outs, Nickel at the plate. That one low, 1-0 the count. Swing and a miss. 1-1 now, the count. That's in there for a strike. 1-2 now the count. Again, straight around at second. Swing and a miss. So there were no runs on one hit, one runner left on base, and no Ballard errors. So through 2 complete, Ballard on top 1-0 over Central Hardin. This is a HCEC-TV student production, a division of Hardin County Schools. Special thanks to our live sports coverage sponsors, Brandenburg Telecom, Physical Therapy Associates, Blue Ribbon Renovations, E-Town Exterminating, and West Point Bank.
The right fielder beat Jesse. Nelson on deck.
On in the dirt. 1-0 the count. It's 8-9-1 in the lineup for Ballard. Eden Jesse, Maya Nelson, and back to the top for Emery Donaldson. Jenna Smith still in the circle for Central Hardin. It's being hit out to left field, going down the line into foul territory, making another catch. Lindley Britton for the first out of the inning.
The DP, Myra Nelson.
On the day through 7 outs. 6 have been pop flies to the outfield and 1 strikeout. It's going to bring us to the designated player, Maya Nelson. Nelson comes into today's ball game hitting .404 on the year. That one gets away. Evens the count at 1-1. That'll be popped out of play. 1-2 now the count. There's strike 3. Second strikeout of the day for Jenna Smith. This is going to send us back to the top of the order. Emery Donaldson. Donaldson reached on a walk in her only at-bat. She stole second. Got to third on a throwing error. Then was brought in by Macy McCoy, sacrifice fly. Donaldson came into today's ball game hitting .538. Change up. That one stays outside and down. 1-0 the count. popped up down the line. Britton chasing over again, makes another catch in foul territory for the third out of the inning. No runs, no hits, no errors, no players left on base. So we head to the bottom of the third. Ballard on top, 1-0 over Central Hardin. Tune in weekly for all local HCEC-TV programs airing on Brandenburg Telecom and Comcast Cable Channel 2, Spectrum Communications Channel 184. You can always check out our past broadcast on our YouTube channel. Just search HCEC-TV, subscribe to our channel, and get all your local community sports and events. Again, we'll be off for the next 2 weeks. We'll come back on the 23rd of May, and we will be live that evening with a 4-5 matchup, either from John Hardin in the baseball tournament or from North Hardin in the softball tournament. We will cover all of the games, the 4-5 matchups, the semifinals, and the finals. Will be live from one place or the other each night. And then the region tournaments for baseball will be at Hart County in Munfordville, and for softball it'll be at LaRue County in Hodgenville. We will have the championship games. If any 17th district team makes it to the region final, we will bring those to you. As we get ready for the bottom of the third inning, it'll be 9-1-2 for the Bruins. Allie Link, Lindley Britton, and Alyssa Gent. Brooke Gray will remain in the circle for Ballard. Link comes into today's ball game hitting .360 on the year. That one stays up in the zone. That one in there for a strike. 1-1 now. That one just a little bit high. Simmons likes to hold it there. 3-1 now the count. Umpire's been consistent with that call for a lot of this. Gray got him chasing that high fastball. That one will go too high, and Link will reach on a walk. First walk of the day issued by Gray, and that'll get us back to the top of the lineup. Lindley Britton will be at the plate. She's 1 for 1 on the day with a single. Came into today's ball game hitting .489 on the year for Central Hardin. She bunted it in her first at-bat. McCoy cheats in from first, and here comes Cook from third. There is a bunt. Cook picks it up. Down in time as Golden was covering. So it goes down as a sacrifice as Link will get to second base, and now she's in scoring position. So now this will bring up Alyssa Gent, the second baseman for Central Hardin. She comes in hitting .477. She flew out to center field. Her only at bat. And it stays outside. 1-0. Going to beautiful day here at Central Hardin High School. Started off temperatures in the mid-80s. It's now down. We have some cloud cover. Slight breeze blowing out to right center. That's in there for a strike. 1-1. We're going to kick Chris Bell out of the press box. He said it's a little chilly in here. He's welcome to go outside. The rest of us will stay. Swing and a miss. 1-2 now the count. And that's really been Gray's bread and butter today. Getting the Bruins to chase a high fastball. There's strike 3. Second out of the inning. Blink still at second base. So Madison Jones comes to the plate.
Madison Jones, Perry on deck.
Jones 0 for 1 on the day. Came in hitting .425. Jones on the year with 36 RBIs for Central Hardin. Swing and a miss there. 1-1 now the count. Two and one now the count as Jones steps back in. Swing and a miss. 2-2. Link still at second. That one stays outside, runs it full, 3 balls and 2 strikes. That'll be fouled out of plate. Some foul. Straight up in the air. Simmons, those off the mask, makes the catch for the 3rd out. And so there were no runs on no hits, 1 runner left on base, and no Ballard errors. Through 3 complete, our score, Ballard 1, Central Hardin 0. This is a Hardin County Educational and Community Television student production. HCEC-TV is a division of Hardin County Schools. Live Channel 1 programming sponsored in part by Brandenburg Telecom, Physical Therapy Associates, Blue Ribbon Renovations, Waddell's Auto and Scrap Metal Recycling, E-Town Exterminating, and West Point Bank.
Milby, McCoy, Simmons.
Are they taking it just because they need the room because they're making more than their family? Doesn't have that much money space.
So we start at the top of the fourth inning. It'll be 2-3-4 in the Ballard lineup. Michaela Milby, Macy McCoy, and Alyssa Simmons. Jenna Smith remains in the circle for Central Hardin. Michaela Milby 0 for 1 on the day. She flew out to left field. Came into tonight's ball game hitting .426. Popped up, shallow left field. Britton calls him off and makes the catch.
The first baseman,
For
Macy McCoy.
there have been 10 outs in the ball game, 8 by flyout, 2 strikeouts for Ballard. I don't know that I've gone through 3 complete innings without the first baseman making at least one of the plays. On the other side, there's been 2 flyouts, 1 ground out, which was a sacrifice, and then 6 strikeouts. Mason McCoy at the plate. Want to know the count? McCoy pops it up. That's just over the third baseman. Coming over is shortstop Link. And Allie Link makes the catch.
The catcher, Alyssa Simmons.
That's going to bring up Alyssa Simmons. Simmons 0 for 1 on the day. She flew out to center field. Simmons came into the ball game hitting .371. Change up. Stays down. 1-0. That one fouled off. Evens the count at 1-1. Hill's too high. 2-1. Foul straight back. That evens it up at 2-2. As we hit into right center field, that'll be a definite single. She rounds first, easy double. She'll stand up there, stand up double for Simmons. That's the first base hit of the day for Ballard. And that will bring up the second baseman, Amari Golden. Golden 0 for 1 on the day. She flew out to center field.
Smith, pitch running for the catcher.
Smith will be the courtesy runner for Ballard. Kristen Smith. It's in there for a strike. Golden uses a split grip. Bottom hand at the bottom of the bat, about 2 inches above that will be her other top hand. Is a little bit more control, swings through that one. 0-2 now the count. That one stays high, 1-2. Smith at second getting a very good secondary lead. He popped out of play. Count remains 1 ball, 2 strikes. That's fouled off down the third baseline. I don't know if you get a Coke every time you bring a foul ball back, but if you did, camp out behind the Central Hardin dugout. 9 or 10 foul balls been hit over in that area. 1-2 the count. Golden steps back in. Yep, there goes another one. Smith back at second. 1-2 the count. That one goes high. 2-2 now the count. That one in the dirt. Strader does a good job. Keeps that one in front of her now. 3-2. Cole's done a good job. Worked the 0-2 count to full. 3-2. Fouled that one off.
I don't know how. She was so far in front of it. Cue ball, corner pocket. See, we're gonna go to Indiana here this time we'll try in February. Lost to the Hoosier Classic. That's slows more in than January.
There's ball 4. Second walk of the day issued by Smith. So it'll be runners at first and second with 2 outs. That'll get us to the left fielder, Sidney Blair. Blair 0 for 1 on the day. The strikeout came into today's ball game hitting .431. Say she did not go, so the count 1-0. Swing and miss. 1-1 now the count. So with 2 outs, Alyssa Smith double, followed by a walk to Amari Golden. The Ballard Bruins with runners at first and second. That one stays up. 2-1 now the count. I believe Coach Goodman going to come out and talk with his pitcher. We'll take this moment to recognize 2 Central Hardin Bruins. center fielder Madison Jones and designated player Carly Perry. Both of those individuals, as of last Friday, earned their associate's degree from the Elizabethtown Community and Technical College, presented with their diplomas last night at EC3. Quite an accomplishment. For Central Hardin, they're back in action on Thursday night, right back here at Central Hardin. 6:30 first pitch time, as they will take on Boyle County. For Ballard, they're back in action tomorrow. They will host North Bullitt. For us here at HCEC-TV, this will be our final regular season game of the season, as we have several school events happening over the next couple of weeks. We will be back for the 17th District Tournament for both baseball and softball. 2-1 the count to Sydney Blair. That pitch goes high, 3-1 now. Back-to-back walks. So bases loaded with 2 outs. Smith will be at third. Golden at second. Blair at first as we get to the third baseman, Lillian Cook. Cook 0 for 1 on the day with a fly out to right field. Actually, it was a line out. That one in the dirt. Strader does a good job. Keeps it in front of her. Want to know the count? Popped up left field. Britton is there, and she makes the catch for the final out of the inning. There were no runs on 1 hit, 3 runners left on base, and no Central Hardin errors. As we head to the bottom of the 4th inning, Ballard on top, 1-0 over Central Hardin. This is a Hardin County Educational and Community Television student production. HCEC-TV is a division of Hardin County Schools. Live Channel 1 programming sponsored in part by Brandenburg Telecom, providing service for all your telecommunication needs. Physical Therapy Associates, more personal attention for more effective results. Locations in Elizabethtown, Hodgenville, Radcliffe, and South Louisville. Blue Ribbon Renovations, offering 0% interest and no payments for 12 months on windows, doors, fences, roofs, decks, siding, and much, much more. Waddell's Auto and Scrap Metal Recycling, a family-owned business with competitive prices, pickup service, and a friendly staff. Located in Elizabethtown on 31W, just south of exit 91 off Interstate 65. E-Town Exterminating is a locally owned family-run pest control company that's been serving Hardin, Meade, Grayson, and Nelson counties and the surrounding areas of Kentucky since 1976. And West Point Bank, located in Elizabethtown, Radcliffe, Upton, Glendale, and West Point. Bottom of the 4th inning for the Central Hardin Bruins. They'll send 4, 5, 6 to the lineup. Carly Perry, Lily Paget, and Jenna Smith. Brooke Gray will remain in the circle for Ballard. Carly Perry comes to the plate. 0 for 1 on the day.
Action on deck for the Lady Bruins.
That one will be outside. 1-0. That one in there for a strike. 1-1 now the count. There's strike two. A little late on that one was Perry. Wind has shifted. Wind that was blowing out to right center now looks like it's blowing out down the left field line. Fouls that one back. Count remains 1 ball, 2 strikes. Fouls that one straight back. Perry asks for time and steps out. That one gets fouled out of play. That one out towards the second base, lined out to Golden. Makes the stab. That's going to bring up Lily Pageant, the first baseman. She's 0 for 1 on the day. Came in hitting .397 on the season. That one fouled straight back, 0-1. And the catch at the top of the zone. 0-2 now the count. Nope. Pageant held up. 1-2 now the count. There's strike 3. 6th strikeout of the day for Brooke Gray. That's going to bring us to the pitcher, Jenna Smith. Smith 0 for 1 on the day. Came in hitting .356.
Jenna Smith, the pitcher, straighter on deck.
That one fouled out. Oh, and 1 in the count. That's going to be hit out towards right field. Coming in on it is Jessie. Falls in front of her. It's her 3rd hit of the day.
The catcher, Avery
And now
Strader.
it's Smith to first. We're going to have a courtesy runner. And I'll head across. Strader, the catcher, comes to the plate.
Kennedy Taylor. courtesy
Taylor
runner at
will
first.
be the courtesy runner for Smith. Strader 1 for 1 on the day. She had a double back in the second inning. Not sure if she could get the double, the same double that she had. The left fielder, Sydney Blair, now back about 2 steps from the warning track in the outfield. Swings at that one. 0-1. Taylor 2 for 2 on stolen base attempts this season. Didn't go. 1-1 the count. That one's in there for a strike. 1-2 now the count. Swing fouls that one straight back. One and two the count. 2 outs here. Bottom of the 4th inning. One goes high. Evens it up at 2-2. Emery Donaldson, the leadoff hitter for Ballard, reached on a walk, stole second, advanced to third on an error, then was driven in by a sacrifice fly. That is the only run of the day between these two teams. That one high as well. Now it'll be full count, 3-2. Taylor will be off on the pitch. We popped up foul. Hooking foul over near. Ooh. Blair running full speed into the fence. The ball lands right next to the field cover. Count remains 3 balls and 2 strikes. We hit down the line. Coming in, not going to be able to get there is Blair again as that one lands in foul territory. And Strader on the day, one of the few Bruins that's really able to get out in front of this one. And more balls hit to the right side. There's ball 4. Strader works the walk. So Taylor will trot down to second base, and with 2 outs, there'll be runners at first and second. It's become 2, the third baseman, Reese Nickel.
Reese Nichols, the third baseman.
Nickel 0 for 1 on the day. Swing and a miss, 0-1. Swing and a miss, 0-2 now the count. Swing and a miss, strike 3. 7 strikeouts on the day for Brooke Gray. There were no runs on 1 hit, 2 runners left on base, and no Ballard errors. Through 4 complete our score. Ballard 1, Central Hardin 0. This is a Hardin County Educational and Community Television student production. HCEC-TV is a division of Hardin County Schools. Live Channel 1 programming sponsored in part by Brandenburg Telecom, Physical Therapy Associates, Blue Ribbon Renovations, Waddell's Auto and Scrap Metal Recycling, E-Town Exterminating, and West Point Bank. Tune in weekly for all local HCEC-TV programs, airing on Brandenburg Telecom and Comcast Cable Channel 2, Spectrum Communications Channel 184. You can always check out our past broadcasts on our YouTube channel. Just search HCEC-TV, subscribe to our channel, and get all your local community sports and events. As we head to the top of the 5th inning, it'll be 8-9-1 in the Ballard lineup. Eden Jesse, Maya Nelson, and Emery Donaldson. Jenna Smith will remain in the circle for the Central Hardin Bruins.
Nelson on deck.
She done a great game. Oh, she's done well, but her control has not been there enough. Her changeup is definitely not there.
So Eden Jesse comes to the plate. She's 0 for 1 on the night. Flew out to left field. Came into the ball game hitting .267. That one catches Jesse's back foot. So she'll reach on a hit by a pitch. Trots down to first base. That'll bring up the designated player, Maya Nelson. Got to think with Donaldson on deck,
Maya Nelson.
they might try to sacrifice. If they do sacrifice and they're successful, Central could walk Donaldson, set up some force outs. Nelson 0 for 1 on the day to come into today's game hitting .404. She squares the bunt. Bunts it right back to the middle. Smith with it. Quickly to Gent for the first out of the inning. So it is a sacrifice, a 1-4 put out. That does get Jesse to second base, and that's going to bring up the center fielder, Emery Donaldson.
Center fielder, Emery
Donaldson 0 for 1 on the day.
on deck.
She flew out. She had a reach on a walk, stolen base, and a run scored. That was to be ripped right back up the spinner. And Jones gets it. And they don't throw it home, and it's an RBI single for Donaldson. Brings in Jesse. So runner at first with 1 out. Michaela Milby now to the plate. Milby 0 for 2 with 2 flyouts today. This one fouled straight back. Donaldson was going on that first pitch. Pitch out this time. Straighter throw down. Not in time. Slides to the outside. 2 stolen bases on the day now for Donaldson. I've got to think the stat sheet that I got is incorrect. It had her 10 for 11 on the season. My bet is the 2 stolen bases she's had today, she steals every opportunity she gets. 1-1 the count. That was a pitch out. That's a strike on the inside corner. 1-2 now the count. That one inside in the dirt, straighter. Good job again. Catches that one in the dirt. That's going to keep Donaldson at second. That was going to be hit towards left field. Britton tracking it right near the foul line. She'll catch it in foul territory. And this is what happened last time as the throw comes into third. The throw came in, got away from the Bruins. That allowed Donaldson to get to third, and then it was a sacrifice fly by McCoy. And for Michaela Milby, that's her third fly out to left field. That's going to bring in the first baseman, Macy McCoy. McCoy 0 for 1 on the day. She had a fly out on the infield. She also had a sacrifice fly. That one low. And the Ballard runners get a very good secondary lead as the ball passes home plate. They sprint out. They usually get it between the third and halfway down the line. That one swinging rolls foul down the first base side. 1-1 the count. Fouls that one out of play. Count remains 1-2. Donaldson heads back to second. That one outside. Two and two now the count. That one back up the middle off the glove of Smith. Not going to be in their time. Whew. Gent threw it to Paget. It was late. And thank goodness that Paget is as tall as she is able to get that one. If that goes over her head, Donaldson scores from third. So McCoy reaches on the infield hit. The runners at first and third, 2 outs as the catcher, Alyssa Simmons, comes to the plate. Simmons 1 for 2 on the day, had a fly out and a double. Asks for time and steps out. That one high, 1-0. That one inside. Just trotting down to first is McCoy. They run her back. Safe, and now Donaldson scores from third. And it was a good job by McCoy. She drew the throw, and as soon as Gent threw it to Paget, Donaldson took off. Scores now 3-0. Ballard on top. Down the third base. Nickel with it across the infield in time for out number 3. But there were 2 runs on 1 hit, 1 runner left on base. Sorry, 2 runs on 2 hits, 1 runner left on base. And no Central Hardin errors as we head to the bottom of the 5th inning. Ballard on top 3-0 over Central Hardin. This is a Hardin County Educational and Community Television student production. HCEC-TV is a division of Hardin County Schools Live Channel 1 programming, sponsored in part by Brandenburg Telecom, providing service for all your telecommunication needs. Physical Therapy Associates, more personal attention for more effective results. Online at physicaltherapyky.com. Blue Ribbon Renovations, offering 0% interest and no payments for 12 months on most home improvement projects. To explore your options, call 270-763-3186. Waddell's Auto and Scrap Metal Recycling, a family-owned business with competitive prices, pickup service, and a friendly staff. Call 270-982-7206 to talk to someone about scrapping metal and recycling. E-Town Exterminating, whatever your pest control issues are, termites, crickets, spiders, general pests, even moles, their team has the knowledge, skill, and training to safely and effectively eliminate the problem. Call 270-737-6900 or go online at mugabug.com. And West Point Bank, with 5 offices located in Elizabethtown, Radcliffe, Upton, Glendale, and West Point, let us help make life simpler. Hometown banking made simple. Online at westpointbank.com. So we head to the bottom of the 5th. It'll be 9-1-2 in the Central Hardin order. Allie Link, Lindley Britton, and Alyssa Gent. And Brooke Gray remains in the circle for Ballard. And so to be out of the link coming to the plate, she's 0 for 0. She reached on a walk. Got a round 2 second. It's in there for a strike, 0-1. That one in the dirt. Evens it up at 1-1. That's in there for a strike. 1-2 now the count. And a swing and a miss strikeout for the first out of the inning. That's going to send us back to the top of the order. Lindley Britton now to the plate. Britton 1 for 1 on the day. She had a single in the first inning and sacrifice in the third inning. Tried to bunt at that one. It'll be fouled off. 0-1 the count. Bunts at that one. A good bunt right down the line. Cook up with it. Not going to be in time. Britton with 2 base hits on the day. And combined together, they might not have equaled 60 feet. So with 1 out, runner at first base, that gets us to the second baseman, Alyssa Gent. She's 0 for 2 on the day as a flyout and a strikeout. That one in there for a strike on the outside corner. That one goes high. Evens it up out 1-1. So we hit down the right field line over. Golden makes the catch in foul territory, and Britton has to stay at first.
Madison Jones, the center fielder, buried on
So that's going to bring up Madison Jones. 0 for 2 on the day with a strikeout and a flyout. Came into the ball game hitting .425. That one's high, 1-0. That one fouled straight back. Britton takes off from first. Simmons throw down, not in time, as Britton gets the stolen base. Pitch was in the dirt. 2-1 now, the count to Jones as she steps back in. She'll have a runner in scoring position. Strike two. 2-2 now, the count. That one low. I'll run it full. Let me head out towards Milby. Cross the infield in time. So there were no runs on one hit, one runner left on base, and no Ballard errors. As we head to the top of the sixth inning, Ballard 3, Central Hardin 0.
of the sixth. Golden, Blair, Cook. baseman, near Golden. Blair on deck.
We come back for the top of the 6th inning. It'll be 5, 6, 7 in the Ballard lineup. Amari Golden, Sydney Blair, and Lillian Cook. Golden steps in. She's 0 for 1 on the day. Has a fly out and reached on a walk. And that one hits her in the foot. Second hit batter of the ball game by Smith.
The left fielder,
And that'll bring up Sydney Blair. Blair 0 for 1 on the day. She has a strikeout, and she also reached on a walk. Smith on the day has only given up 3 hits in the ball game. That one fouled off. Looked like they were going to try to sacrifice Blair. Paget rushed in from first, Nickel from third. Squares the bunt. This one will be bunted right back to Smith. Quickly over to Gent. Oh, they've got her run down, but she's going to slide in safe at third. And really what Gent should have done was run at Golden as she got to second and rounded it, had her in no man's land. But when she threw to second, immediately Golden turned and took off to third, sliding in safely. So the sacrifice by
Jesse on deck.
Blair gets Golden over to third base, and now Lillian Cook to the plate. She's 0 for 2 with a pair of pop-outs. Fouls that one off. That'll be popped out of play. 0-2 now the count. That one stays high. 1-2 now the count. As we hit towards the outfield, Britton coming in, makes the scoop catch. Golden going to tag up, throw down to Strader, not going to be able to get there in time, and it goes down as a sacrifice fly for Cook. And the throw from Britton just a little further to the inside. Strader not able to get there. And so the 4th run of the day for Ballard crosses the plate. That's going to bring us to the right fielder, Eden Jesse. She's 0 for 1 on the day, was hit by a pitch and scored a run. It's in there for a strike. That one fouled off. 0-2 the count. And right back at Smith. Toss it over for the 3rd out. But for Ballard, 1 run on no hits, no runners left on base, and no Central Hardin errors. So we head to the bottom of the 6th inning. Ballard on top 4-0 over Central Hardin. This is a Hardin County Educational and Community Television student production. HCEC-TV is a division of Hardin County Schools. Live Channel 1 programming sponsored in part by Brandenburg Telecom, providing service for all your telecommunication needs. Physical Therapy Associates. More personal attention for more effective results online at physicaltherapyky.com. Blue Ribbon Renovations, offering 0% interest and no payments for 12 months on most home improvement projects. To explore your options, call 270-763-3186. Waddell's Auto and Scrap Metal Recycling, a family-owned business with competitive prices, pickup service, and a friendly staff. Call 270-982-7206 to talk to someone about scrapping metal and recycling. E-Town Exterminating is a locally owned, family-run pest control company been serving the surrounding area since 1976. Call 270-737-6900 or go online at mugabug.com. And West Point Bank, let us help make life simpler. Hometown banking made simple, online at westpointbank.com. So we head into the bottom of the 6th inning for Central Hardin. It'll be 4, 5, 6 in the lineup. Carly Perry, Lily Paget, and Jenna Smith. And Brooke Gray remains in the circle for Ballard.
The DP, Carly Perry, Paget on deck.
So Carly Perry comes to the plate. She's 0 for 2 on the day. Had a strikeout and then lined out in her last at-bat. Swings and fouls. That one straight back, 0-1. Swing and a miss. 1-2 now the count. Foul straight back. That one outside. 2-2 now the count. I'll be back up the middle. Milby with it, across the diamond in time. For Central Hardin, they've gotten a base runner on in every inning. Had a hit in 4 out of the 5 innings prior to the 6th inning. Just not able to get any runs across the board. That'll bring us to the first baseman, Lily Paget, 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts. Swing and a miss on that one. It's in there for a strike. 0-2 now the count to Paget. That one's outside. 1-2 now the count. Fouls that one away. Count remains 1-2. Again, for Central Hardin, they're back in action back here at Central Hardin High School on Thursday. 6:30, they will take on the Bull County Rebels. For Ballard, they're back in action tomorrow as they will host North Bullitt. That one in the dirt. 2-2 now, the count to Paget. Paget hits this one's going to go over the first baseman and in there for a base hit. So it'll be a runner at first with one out. So they get to the pitcher, Jenna Smith. Smith 1 for 2 on the day. A single and a strikeout. That one will be fouled off down the right field line. That one outside. 1-1 now, the count. That one stays high. I think Simmons is going to throw down to first after this pitch if Smith doesn't hit it. Paget gets a pretty aggressive lead after the ball is thrown. Yep, there it goes. The only reason I thought that was that Simmons and McCoy kind of made eye contact and nodded their heads up and down. 3-1 now, the count. That'll be fouled out of play because it brings the count to 3 balls and 2 strikes. That's going to be hit out towards center field. Coming in is Donaldson on one knee, makes the catch for the second out. A well-struck ball, but right to Donaldson. And so with 2 outs, it'll bring up Avery Strader. Strader 1 for 1 on the day. She reached on a walk and has a double. So Paget at first. Strike on the outside corner. 0-1 the count. That'll be fouled over onto the track. 0-2 the count to Strader. That one in the plate gets away from Simmons. Paget will move up on the wild pitch. So now Paget in scoring position. 1-2 the count to Strader. That one high. 2-2 now the count. That one low, and now it'll be 3-2. It'll be popped down to play. Count remain 3-2. Paget will go back to second. That one high. And Strader will head down to first base. Might have a pinch runner or pitch hitter coming up to the plate.
That's Addison Carter. Coming up the bat. Number 12 is Addison Carter.
Addison Carter now will come in to hit
Addison
for
Carter now comes to the plate.
the runners at first and second. Paget out at second base. Strader at first. 2 outs. We're in the bottom of the 6th inning. Ballard up 4-0. That's in there for a strike. Swing and a miss. 0-2 now the count. Strike 3. And so when Brooke Gray needed it most, she gets the strikeout. There were no runs on 1 hit, 2 runners left on base, and no Ballard errors. As we head to the 7th inning, Ballard on top 4-0 over Central Hardin. We'll come back with the top of the 7th inning.
2 left on. Top of the 7th. Nelson, Donaldson, Milby.
As we come back for the top of the 7th inning, it'll be 9-1-2 in the Ballard order. Maya Nelson, Emery Donaldson, and Michaela Milby. Jen Smith still in the circle for Central Hardin. Maya Nelson 0 for 1 on the day. She has a strikeout and a sacrifice.
Maya Nelson, the DP. Donaldson on deck.
That'll be fouled down the third baseline. Oh, Coach Jones tried to kick save it. Not able to get it. I'm back up the middle. Slow roller. Gent gets to it, but there's not going to be a throw. It'll be an infield hit for Nelson. And that's going to send us to the top of the order. Emery Donaldson now to the plate. Donaldson 1 for 2 on the day. There's a single, RBI, 2 runs scored, 2 stolen bases. Rips that one to left field. Britton races over to it. They'll hold up, just go station to station. So with no outs, runners at first and second. And that's going to bring up Michaela Milby. Milby 0 for 3 on the day. She has 3 flyouts to Lindley Britton in left field.
Michaela Milby, the shortstop. McCoy on deck.
Have a pinch hitter for I do not have a 15 on my roster.
Gentry now pinch hitting.
Yep, she didn't have a jersey number. Riley Gentry now to the plate. I'm going to foul straight back. Reese Nickel did re-enter for Addison Carter, the top of this inning. That one outside. 1-1 the count. Attempts at that bunt, misses it. 1-2 the count. One, two, the count. As we head out towards center field, Jones there, backs up, makes the catch. Nelson going to tag and go to third. Here comes the throw. In a little late now. Donaldson will move up. And so Nelson at third, Donaldson at second, 1 out. That's going to get us to Macy McCoy.
Macy McCoy at the plate.
McCoy 1 for 2 on the day. She has 2 RBIs, a sac fly, and a single. Now she asks for time and will step out. That one's in there for a strike on the outside corner. 0-1. That one's ripped out towards second. Jen up with it over to Paget. Will score Nelson now. They throw it home. Donaldson going to get in a rundown, and Donaldson will score the 3rd time today two of those questionable plays by Central Hardin that gets Donaldson in. So it was an RBI ground out for McCoy as Nelson comes in. And then Donaldson comes in after forcing a throw and getting into a rundown. The other time, the second run of the day was scored when Donaldson, or actually it was McCoy got into a rundown between first and second, and Donaldson slips in to score on that one. So 6-0 now, Ballard on top. That brings up Alyssa Simmons, the catcher. Simmons 1 for 3 on the day with a double. Fouls that one off. Two and one now the count. That one too far in. 3-1 now the count. Fouls that one straight back. That'll take the count to full. 3 balls and 2 strikes.
If we didn't have one on brain forks, the score should be 2-0.
So we head into left field. Britton is there. Camp done it, and she'll make the third out. But there were 2 runs on 2 hits. No runners left on base and no errors by Central Hardin. So we head to the bottom of the 7th inning. The score, Ballard 6, Central Hardin 0. This is a Hardin County Educational and Community Television student production. HCEC-TV is a division of Hardin County Schools. Live Channel 1 programming sponsored in part by Brandenburg Telecom, Physical Therapy Associates, Blue Ribbon Renovations, Waddell's Auto and Scrap Metal Recycling, E-Town Exterminating, and West Point Bank. Tune in weekly for all local HCEC-TV programs, airing on Brandenburg Telecom and Comcast Cable Channel 2, Spectrum Communications Channel 184. You can always check out our past broadcast on our YouTube channel. Just search HCEC-TV, subscribe to our channel, and get all your local community sports and events. We'd also like to thank NFHS, the National Federation of High School Sports, and its supporting of providing live streaming service. Contact NFHS.com today to subscribe. So we head to the bottom of the 7th inning. The Bruins going to have to get some runs on the scoreboard. It'll be 9-1-2 in the Bruin lineup. Allie Link, Lindley Britton, and Alyssa Gent. Brooke Gray will remain in the circle for the Bruins. Ten strikeouts on the day for Gray. So Allie Link comes to the plate. Link 0 for 1 on the day. She did reach on a walk.
The shortstop. Written on deck.
little surprised the lights haven't come on yet. Of course, they're probably trying to save energy because we had the air conditioner on in the press box. Got to take care of brother Bill. That one high, 1-0. Swing and a miss on that one. 1-1 the count. Gray does a good job working the outside part of the plate, and then she throws a high fastball. That is hard to lay off. That bunt attempt popped up. Simmons quickly out of the crouch and makes the catch. Simmons has made a couple of plays like that today. So 1 out, we go back to the top of the lineup. Lindley Britton out of the plate. Britton 2 for 2 on the day. She has 2 infield singles, a stolen base, and also had a sacrifice. Slaps at that one, going foul. Running up and making the catch is Sydney Blair, the left fielder. We've seen her chasing after fly balls all day. She gets to that one. For the second out of the inning. And that's going to bring up the second baseman, Alyssa Gent. Gent 0 for 3 on the day. It's a strikeout and a couple of pop outs. In the game so far, 20 outs for the Bruins. Only 2 of them have been ground outs. Both of those to the shortstop. That one's going to be hit hard, deep to left field. Going back on it is Blair, looking up. It's gone. And Alyssa Gent with the home run, and the Bruins score their first run of the day. And that will bring up Madison Jones. Jones 0 for 3 on the day. It's a strikeout, a flyout, and a ground out. So with 2 outs, Jones will step to the plate. On high, 1-0. Fouled out of play. 1-1 the count. One and one the count. Jones steps back in. That one up, 2-1. That one outside, 3-1 now the count. I'll be fouled straight back, and they'll go full. 3 balls and 2 strikes. And we are out of balls. go over onto the football field. There's about 7 or 8 balls over there. There's a couple back in the ditch. One over the fence. Chris Bell's caught 2 here in the press box. Hoarding them. Won't give them back. That one's hit down the line. Coming in is Blair. Makes the final out. And so the Bruins were able to score 1 run on 1 hit, no runners left on base, and no Ballard errors. Ballard moves to 25-0 on the season, while the Central Hardin Bruins fall to 24-5. This is a Hardin County Educational and Community Television student production. HCEC-TV is a division of Hardin County Schools live Channel 1 programming, sponsored in part by Brandenburg Telecom, providing service for all your telecommunication needs. Physical Therapy Associates, more personal attention for more effective results. Blue Ribbon Renovations, offering 0% interest and no payments for 12 months on most home improvement projects. Waddell's Auto and Scrap Metal Recycling, a family-owned business with competitive prices, pickup service, and a friendly staff. E-Town Exterminating is a locally owned family-run pest control company. Has been serving the surrounding areas since 1976. And West Point Bank, let us help make life simpler. Hometown banking made simple. Again, this is our final regular season game for baseball and softball. We'll be back in 2 weeks as we will have the baseball 17th District Tournament from John Hardin and the softball 17th District Tournament from North Hardin. We don't know which games will be live. We will have all of them covered, so you'll be able to watch them either live or later on our YouTube channel. For all of our workers here at HCEC-TV, I am Bobby Thompson saying so long and good night.